Princess Peach has been kidnapped over a dozen times. Now I honestly cannot imagine the terror and trauma associated with being kidnapped. But 12 times? And 8 times by the same person? What's going on, Peach? Since she's been kidnapped so many times, some people have been led to believe that she's passive about being kidnapped by Bowser and might even be complicit in it. The most likely theory is that she's doing all of this to get Mario's attention. After being rescued by Mario, Peach said one time, "Thank you, but our princess is in another castle. Just kidding, hee hee." Now I've worked with kidnappers and read first-hand accounts of their victims, and Peach's response after being rescued is extremely bizarre for a genuine kidnapped victim. Though Peach's behavior is extreme, there is actually a mental health diagnosis that might be appropriate for her. It's called histrionic personality disorder. Let me read to you what it is. The essential feature of histrionic personality disorder is a pervasive and excessive emotionality and attention-seeking behavior. Here are some of the criteria. Is uncomfortable in situations in which he or she is not the center of attention. Has a style of speech that is excessively impressionistic and lacking in detail. Consistently uses physical appearance to draw attention to self. Shows self-dramatization, theatricality, and exaggerated expression of emotion. Is suggestible, that is, easily influenced by others or circumstances. Now, we all know people that are colorful and a bit dramatic, but the degree to which Peach is dramatic is a problem. It's caused other people to risk their lives numerous times. So, in my clinical opinion, she would meet the criteria for histrionic personality disorder. However, this might not be the only thing going on with her. Some people have theorized that she has bipolar disorder, so we'll be looking at that next. Until then, let's hear Peach say some things that are not at all naive and shallow.
I am the princess.
Hit a pretty one!
Yeah, Peach is the party star.
I'm a superstar.
Bingo.
Bye-bye.
There are a few games where Peach has some mood swings, particularly in a game called Super Princess Peach. Because of this, many people have said that Peach has bipolar disorder. Let's look at the criteria and see if she fits the bill. In my opinion, bipolar disorder is by far the most misdiagnosed mental health disorder. Doctors and even therapists seem to throw around this diagnosis all the time without even considering that the main criteria for bipolar disorder is that a person has had a manic episode. So what is a manic episode? Well, to answer this, it might be helpful to kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture of people's moods. Imagine a chart that goes from 0 to 100, with 50 being a normal mood, 0 being someone who's actively suicidal, and 100 being someone who's manic. Now, most people will go most of their lives in that 40 to 60 range. 40 might be a loved one has passed away, and a 60 might be you just got engaged. Now, someone who's below 40 a lot, for more than 2 weeks, might qualify for major depressive disorder. Maybe they get so down they're suicidal and need to be hospitalized for their own protection. When people have a mood that's much higher than normal, that can also be problematic. A person with a score of 80 on this scale might be up for days or even weeks without sleeping. They might talk literally non-stop. They might engage in activity after activity for days without stopping. They might have an extremely inflated view of themselves. So if a person is feeling really good and high on mania, why is this a problem? Well, people can do some pretty irrational things that they wouldn't normally do while they're manic. For example, someone might spend their life savings on a doll collection or cheat on their spouse. Mania can also lead to psychosis. That is, people can't tell what's real and what's not real. Someone might believe that they have superpowers, and so they jump off the roof of a building trying to fly. Someone might believe they're Osama bin Laden and think they need to hurt other people, or feel so bad about what they've done that they feel like they should kill themselves. So as you can see, having a manic episode can be very serious. To qualify as a manic episode, someone would need to have that elevated mood for at least 1 week. Someone who shifts their mood a lot during the day, that's not bipolar disorder, that's something else is going on. Also, contrary to popular belief, bipolar disorder doesn't mean that someone bounces between those poles. It just means that someone's ever had a manic episode, although having depression is common. However, shifting between those poles would take place over a matter of weeks or months, not hours or days. So does any of this sound like Princess Peach to you? Me either. Well, Peach has got enough on her plate anyway, what with faking the kidnappings and all. Well, that's it for the diagnoses for Peach. Make sure to subscribe so you can catch the next character we look at, Link from the Legend of Zelda series.